Staying in Grand Marais, Minnesota this summer, I had the opportunity to go to the North House Folk School to learn how to bake Focaccia and CARTA de MUSICA.
I'm Ian. I'm from St. Paul in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, and I'm an intern here for 10 months. I have my fellow intern right here. There are 4 of us. And I wanted to get out of the city and I wanted to gain some kind of hands-on skills and connect to a community that's, not kind of that hustle and bustle mentality of the cities. I hadn't done any blacksmithing at all, and I've taken a couple classes on that, and I've really loved that. The bread baking tradition is sacred and beautiful and sacrosanct, but the recipe is not. You can only accept the recipe that the mother had been passing down. And it's like a folk recipe, right? It's like a recipe that's like people-based, not like institutional-based.
Right, throw in anything that you want to throw in.
Exactly. So it's living, it's living. And when you guys, go home and make focaccia on your own, it's like, it's yours. It's not, even if you follow this recipe, it's like your bread. So here are wheat berries if anybody wants to look at them. But basically they're for us to get fiber, even though we're not digesting it at all. It helps like clean out your intestines, and it plays a lot of really vital processes. And roll them out as thin as we can. And unlike the CARTA de MUSICA, it is kind of nice to have a little bit more of an even shape because then you get more even cooking throughout the bread. Fire into this massive amount of poured concrete surrounded by fire bricks. And the fire bricks help insulate that heat inside of that concrete. So you create this huge hot mass that's isolated and kind of cut off from losing too much heat too quickly. And what that does is it gives you a really consistent, really long-lasting amount of heat to bake on. So this would be a really common element of a town, for hundreds, thousands of years throughout Europe, especially in Germany, Italy area. These big kind of communal ovens. And the way they would do it is you would start out with all your things like we have our cracker breads that want a really hot oven, and then the next batch of those would go in, the next batch, and then after that for a while you'd get into roasting vegetables and roasting your fish, and then eventually you'd go all the way to dehydrating when it's at 200 degrees.
The CARTA likes what?
You could cook it all the way up to 700, 800 degrees because really it's just throwing it in, crisping it up, and getting it out. So focaccia, I've had the best luck with it. Obviously it depends on how thin you have it, but somewhere between 500 and 400. Question, because a conventional oven, you're not going to get up to 800 degrees, right? So you're dealing with a whole different ballgame because this is all conduction. What most ovens are conduction. So you have heat that's in the air that's constantly circulating, which is great for cooking the outside of the bread. But the cool thing about conduction is the heat is going directly from the mass into the bread, and it's almost like the bread becomes a part of the mass. So you're going to be bringing the entire piece of bread up to temperature really quick. So that's why you can cook something like a loaf of bread at 500 degrees and it doesn't just get completely burnt on the outside and still squishy on the inside, because the way the physics of the heat operate are different when you're dealing with hot air versus dealing with a hot surface. So I think you mentioned something like, if you don't want to build one of these, there are certain ways you can kind of play with that. So you can have a stone in the oven and you can get it really, really hot, as hot as your oven will go. Maybe that will be like, 450 or something like that. And try to get that stone to 450. And then it will kind of act like the same thing. It won't be quite as nice as this, or grills, you can get like things you place into grills that you can get up to really hot temperatures and kind of do the same thing.
Thanks.
A little bit, and it's going to go in nice and smoothly, hopefully. There are going to be some duds. This might be a dud that I'm doing right now. But yeah, that's the basic crispy.
But you're not a dud. Wow, the other ones are just bubbling and going. It's so cool. Should I try it, since it's long, should I try to double wrist it or just frisbee?
Yeah. I would, yeah, just give it a try. And
Ah!
And this is, again, you're just creating more crust, right? Increasing the surface area by creating all these divots. I've been made fun of for how much oil I put on my focaccia by the other entrants, but I think it tastes better with more oil.
Good luck, little focaccia. Oh, there it is.